Okay, I do know we have kids here today. I'm real excited about this. Small and medium-sized people, come on up. Good morning. Adley and Noah are here, and I'm looking back, Morgan and Ashley and Emmeline. Good to see you all. You can, wherever you can sit that you can see the pictures, okay? I have pictures in my book. Or the other people can see it on the screen. It's just, we always have to have my chair here. It seems really far, but we have my chair here so that when Miss Jen and Mr. Jason show the pictures on the screen, that the people watching at home see the pictures and see me and you. All right, here is a great story. Today, one of the things we're talking about is generosity. You know what that means? That means like giving happily. What do you think? Oh, yeah. But all those things, what do you think? We didn't even have a question, and here we go. We got lots. Oh, and friendship and honesty, it comes all these things together. But when we talk about someone, well, let's listen to the story. And kind. We got all sorts of stuff. So we'll hear the story, and then we'll see if this person is what we call generous or not. And it's a story that is a Scottish folk tale. Are you ready? So I'll have to use my good accent, okay? And here's how it goes. It says, there was a wee house in the heather, 'twas a bit of a butt and a ben, and there they lived all together, Lockie McLaughlin and his good wife, and his barns to the number of 10, and that means children. So it's the mom and the dad and 10 kids, and they all lived in a tiny house. There's a fire in the hearthstone to warm me and porridge to spare in the pot, said Lockie. The weather is stormy, so me and my wife and our 10 barns will be sharing whatever we got. So he hailed every traveler that passed by his door, said, Lockie McLaughlin, there's room galore. Oh, come on in. There's room for one more. Always room for one more. Now, did you remember how the story started? There was a mom and a dad and 10 kids living in a little bitty house. And he said, come on in, there's room for one more. A tinker came first, then a tailor and a sailor with a line and a lead, a gallowing glass and a fishing lass with a creel of fish on her head, a merry old wife full of banter, 4 peat cutters up from the bob, piping Rory the ranter and a shepherd laddie down from the braw with his canny wee shepherd dog. Wow, that seems like a lot of people and a dog. He hailed them all in as he stood at the door, said, Lockie McLaughlin, there's room galore. Oh, come on in. There's room for one more. There's always room for one more. Do you think the house is getting crowded? Yeah. I think so, but wait, that's not all. It said Rory's pipes up. It's like a story, but I can't remember the name of it. You can't, there's another story that sounds like this? Well, it goes like this. He plays the bagpipes. It says, Rory's pipes set the rafters a-ringing till the clock danced a reel on the shelf. And they all fell to dancing and singing, and the little dog danced by himself. Oh, the walls, they bulged out and bulged in. The walls, they bulged in and then out. There will never be heard such a din then as the folks came in the wee little house while they rollicked and frolicked about. So
there's a story about the rabbit that stuffs all the carrots in people's houses when they wreck down.
There's a story about a rabbit and had stuffed a lot of carrots in people.
It's the story of too many carrots.
Too many carrots. Okay. Well, you'll have to bring it to me so I can tell the story of too many carrots, because here's what happened. More and more people came into this little bit.
It's like
More carrots. I don't even know that story, but it does sound like the same thing. It said there's always room for one more, but wait. While they were playing music and dancing, this is what happened. Then the rafters, they clapped like thunder, and the folks in the nearby town stood stock still to listen and wonder when the wee little house and its walls and its roof all came tumbling down. There were so many people in the house and so much noise that it turned out that the whole house came crashing down. And it said, piping Rory the ranter and the shepherd laddie all fell down, and with the with the canny wee little shepherd dog. And Lockie McLaughlin, his good wife, and his barns to the number of 10, they all tumbled out again. Oh, Lockie, they cried, there was room galore, but worry and woe, there's no room no more. Never no room no more. So all the people are like, oh, now we don't even have anywhere. But wait, do you think that's the end of the story? No, you can tell. So they wailed for a while in the heather. As good. Oh, you thought it was the end? Well, it's not. They wailed for a while in the heather, as glum as a grumpety grouse, and they shouted, have done with this blether, for Lockie McLaughlin, his wife, and his bairns will raise up a bonny new house. And that is what they did. It said the house that they raised from the old one was double as wide and high. Should an army come by, it could hold one with Lockie McLaughlin, his wife, and his barns, and whoever else happened by. So all the people that they welcomed in, they built them a new house, a bigger house and a better house. And it says, then the whole lot of them stood at the door and they merrily shouted, there's room galore. Now there'll always be room for one more. Always room for one more. You know what do you think about Lockie McLaughlin and his wife? Were they generous? Were they welcoming? Yes, that's what they said. You can come into our house, because there's a big storm, and we don't want any of you to be out in the storm. And so, yes, that's how many. Everybody could come into the house. And even when the storm came and the house came to the ground, the other people said, you know what, because you've been so kind, we're going to build you a new house, and it's going to be bigger. And in the very end, it said, there'll always be room for one more. So you all had a lot of good ideas today. And That's an award. That's right. Thank you for pointing that out. This says it's a Caldecott Medal. That means it was a book that got a special award. Well, I'm looking forward to you bringing me the story about.
I like to get library.
And you like to get library books. We'll just sit up here together. That's all we'll do. Till the end of the day. No, actually, the people, other grown-ups, they need a little attention. Do you think that's what they're saying? No. Noah thought maybe you were all saying this is getting very boring. But after a while, it would get to be. Well, how about, here, I got an idea. I have a good idea. You go, we'll say a prayer, then you go back to your seats. And then Reverend Jane Ellen Nickel and Mr. Ross are going to play us a beautiful, beautiful duet, okay? So let's say our prayer. God, thank you for these children and for all the children of the church and all the children of the world. Help us all to be generous. Help us all remember that in the church, especially in the church, there's always room for one more. Amen.